Legacy Cube on Magic Online. So it's like the Vintage Cube but with no power, so the format is a little bit slower, and fair decks are a little bit more playable. Here we have a card like Ancient Tomb. I like that more in the Vintage Cube, because in this cube you get punished much more for taking damage because there are fast decks and there are less huge plays you can make. There's also Compulsory Search. That card is almost always good. If you're a blue control deck, is very solid. Draws you 3 cards, then discard a land. You can usually get rid of a land. Also, if you end up Reanimator, it is a very good card. Other than that, Baleful 6 is very solid, but it is 2 colors, so that's a little bit less than compulsive in flexibility. And then Avenger of Zendikar is good in mono green, but I think I'm going to take blue card because blue is one of the better colors in cube. Alright, so we have an interesting card in Zealous Conscripts. It would work very well if we go to a Splinter Twin combo. And we can also maybe Will Restoration in it, but that's probably not going to happen. So blue-red is the Splinter Twin combo. Zealous Conscript goes infinite with Kiki Jiki or Splinter Twin. And blue is of course very good because you can get other pieces like the Sever Exarch, Pestermite. So I think I'm going to take Zealous Conscripts and hope to go twin. If you take the pieces early, you may be the only one playing them, and then you can sometimes even wheel Pestermite and Splinter Twin. So it's a little bit of a gamble. Also Dragonlord Silumgar is another option, but either way I'm going to go into another color because I think Disallow is a little bit too fair. I said fair is good, but I think second pick I want to take a little bit more provoking card. Okay. So we have some options. We have Lutheril Core, which would work with Compulsory Search because it's a blue card that also puts cards in your graveyard. So it could be good in a Reanimator deck, or maybe we can end up with Goblin Welder. Bedlam Reveler, I think is hard to make work in cube because it's hard to get enough spells. We have Read the Bones, Lingering Souls, fine cards. I don't like Time Warp that much. I think it's just too expensive. And it's hard to, it's very hard to get like a Taking Turns deck. Fetchlands is nice, but at this point we don't even have a dual land to get. We probably could. I'm going to take Lutheril Core because it's a fine card in blue-red. It's basically a looter that deals some damage. And if we end up Reanimator, abandoning the Zealous Conscript because we're going to be blue-black. In Reanimator, Lutheril Core is very good. Ooh, here we have a personal favorite of mine, Shelldock Isle. So we are playing 40 card decks because this is limited, not constructed. That means that it's very easy to make the clause happen, 20 cards. So also we have 2 cards that dig us deeper, Compulsory Search, Lutheril Core. So I'm going to take Shelldock Isle. I think Tassa is not good. It's very hard to get Devotion, and without Devotion, it's not worth it. If we were a really solid blue-red Goblin Welder, we could take Gilded Lotus. Spellskite is a card I like if we're twin because it protects your twin combo. So I always like to pick up a Spellskite, especially if I'm Imperial Recruiter too. But Shelldock Isle is also very good in Reanimator because you end up with these very huge monsters that you can reanimate. Speaking of Reanimator, here's an Animate Dead. And there isn't much else good here. Terastron is a good reanimation target, but there is so many good reanimation targets. Basically, you can play any Titan or what's they call the Cenobites, the Praetors from New Phyrexia. So, I'm gonna throw a curveball with Animate Dead, and maybe we abandon red and go into blue-black Reanimator because we have 2 good enablers, and Shelldock Isle is a very good card in Reanimator 2 because you can hardcast the expensive cards. I've never played with Issaret in cube. I played with it in M19. I think it's fine, but not great. Because the cards you can get back is often very expensive, but it seems like just enough playable. Dragon's Skull would enable it to be some kind of Grixis twin deck, but that seems sketchy. Stroke of Genius I think is too expensive. And this is one of the worst swords in the entire deck. in the entire cube. So I'm going to take Issaret, and maybe this will be the time I find out if this is good. I don't think it's great, but it's probably fine. We have a Fetchland. Fetchland also is nice with Shelldock because they thin your deck. But Tasigur is a good card in blue-black Reanimator because you end up putting a lot of incidental card in your graveyard. You end up with Careful Study, and then you can delve the cards that you don't even plan to reanimate. So it can often become a very cheap 4/5, and then you can activate the ability. So I'm gonna take that. And I haven't seen any good twin cards either, so it's possible twin is not even open. So this is looking like maybe a blue black Reanimator deck. But I'm not gonna get anything here. I don't usually like Field of Ruin in these kinds of deck because they're usually combo decks and you don't really need that. There's no Library of Alexandria. That is an insane card to get. I think Profane Command is too expensive. Maybe Locust God could actually be good if I end up being blue-red. I think it's almost the same as Chandra, but it's more, it can't be killed, it comes back. So take that, and nothing good wheel, that's not very surprising. And this card I don't like at all, because not untapping your land seems bad. Sky Sovereign, you can't reanimate this card, sad, but it is a fine, fair card if I end up being... If I'm blue-red, I think it's a fine card to play, so... Take that, and we have Stratus Dancer, but there's also Restoration Angel, and if I end up being a blue-red twin, maybe I can splash Restoration Angel if I end up with a Kiki. Dark Ritual is fine in blue-black Reanimate, but you don't really need it, so I'm gonna take the Restoration Angel just in case. Scrap Heap Scrounger. It's not usually a good card in Reanimate because it's too aggressive. It's just basically an aggressive beater. But it's the only card I may play. I may sideboard it in against a control deck. Tasa is maybe playable. We'll see. Way more playable than Perforos. And Outpost Siege is basically draws you an extra card every turn. So let's see here. Sort by column. Looking for some direction here. And Jace the Mind Sculptor is pretty good either direction we go. We're definitely blue, and Jace is just better than all. If I could wheel Mirror for Gluter, that would be very good. I'm not seeing anything insane. It would be a hard pick. If I saw Splinter Twin in this pack, it would have been a pretty hard pick. But since I don't, I'm not going to take Mirror for Gluter over Jace. That's just insane, because Mirror for Gluter may wheel. This pack looks kind of bad though for a cube. Jace is much better in the vintage cube, I think, because you have can accelerate it out. But the card in itself is better in legacy cube, but I think it's easier to hard cast. Okay, a little bit of a decision point here. If I'm blue-black, I think Nightfall Spectre is a very defensible option. It's basically a colorless 2/3 that can sometimes draw some cards. We have Nekratal, which is a good reanimation target. Kills almost anything. And then we have some random red cards. So I'm gonna take either Nekratal, Sour, or Nightwale Spectre. The problem with Sour of Temptation is it's so fragile, it dies to anything. So I may even want Nekratal, because I think it's a little too greedy to play Sour. If I take Sour of Temptation, though, I will have to wait on a second card. So I think I'm going to take Sour of Temptation just because it keeps me more open. I think it's a little bit worse than Nekratal because it's so fragile, but this keeps me having to wait a little bit. And Frost Titan is a solid card, especially good if I'm Reanimator. So Frost Titan makes it a little bit more tempting to be blue-black, I suppose. I think Miscalculation is fine, but Titan's also very good with Shelldock Isle. So I'm going to take Frost Titan. It's better in blue-black Reanimator because you can reanimate it, but it's still playable in blue-red. And Dismissive Permanence, I guess, is good in Reanimator, but if we're blue-red, we're not really using that. Sensor, that card is probably playable. And also Teferi, but yeah, I don't think the fear is that good. It's good if you're playing in a mirror, but yeah, that makes sense. I think it's playable. Also cyclings with Shelldock Eye. Okay, here's a very good reanimation target in Magister of Worth. But there is also Muldrifter and Shriekmaw, two standouts from Lorwyn Limited. They're both good. They work the same with Iseret. But yeah, which one will I take? I think I'll take Muldrifter again because it makes me skip waiting for a second color. Also, Muldrifter works better with Shelldock Eye. At some point I need to make a decision on what color I want to be. None of these cards are actually good, but Siege-Gang Commander could be fine if I'm blue-red. I don't think Hypnotic Spreader is too fragile. Cyclonic Rift is not great. Old Man of Sea is fine against another control deck. Alright, Exhume, excellent. Alright, now I think we're gonna go all in on Reanimator. Because Exhume is a huge sign. This is 7th pick, 6th pick, 7th pick. That's a huge sign. I also love Demon Lord Belson, but Exhume is a sign that Reanimator is open. I have to give up on Ral Zarek here. I think I can take Master of Waves and sideboard in against red. I don't think it's good enough to main deck. And Merfolk Ludo Wield. Alright, so now we're definitely blue-black Reanimator. I think Graveyard Marsh is also fine, but I think the impact of 2/2 zombies is not great. And Nightbreak Spectre. Alright, awesome. So now we're all in on this. I think Desecration Demon is better than Liliana West. Can maybe splash Pyroclasm. And if I had known that, I probably would have taken Necrotal or Shriekmaw, either one, over Sour or Muldrifter, but now things are what they are. And here we go. So looking for Entomb, Reanimate, maybe Living Death too. Abandoning the Splinter Plan. Could also use a Fatal Push, some sheep removal. And I don't think we're getting there on Tassa and Master of Waves, but it may happen. Unwell Connection against another control deck, maybe. I think it's a very risky card to play if your opponent has Riftwind Cloudscape or like Avalanche Riders, you get completely owned, but sometimes I guess you may. This card is sweet with Jace though. I could play Master Waves because I have Nightwing Spectre now. Since I wield Nightwing Spectre, we may be getting there on the Blue Devotion plan too. It could be cool. You know, only 15 playable, so why not? Nightwing Spectre and Master Waves. How is Mono Red gonna beat that? Burn you out, maybe. Alright, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm not splashing either Arc Trade or Sphinx's Revelation. But I suppose I would be more interested in splashing Arc Trade. Alright, here's the Kiki-Jiki, but yeah, sadly it's too late for that. We abandoned shop. We got 3 options here: Fact or Fiction, Jace, or the Scarab God. I think Jace is just awesome, but Fact or Fiction is better against the removal spell. If you play Jace and they just kill it, you're done for. I think you're gonna hope the Scarab God wheels. It looks a little risky, but this pack is very good. We have Kiki-Jiki, Jace, Fact or Fiction, Llanowar Elves, Sunring Titan. It could happen. But the question is, do I want Fact or Fiction or Jace? Jace is better with Master of Waves and Tassa, but Fact or Fiction is insane with Shelldock Isle, and it also puts cards in my graveyard even if my opponent has a removal spell. So I think I'm going to take Fact or Fiction. The thing is, I already have Looter, Ilkor, and Mirrorfort Looter, so I have Looters already, and even though Jace is much, much better than a Looter, I think Fact or Fiction is better here. It's close though, and hopefully I can wheel the Scarab God, but if it doesn't happen, it's fine. Search for Scant is also a good card in this deck. I have a ton of cards to put cards in my graveyard, and Search for Scant works very good with Exhume. You play Search turn 2, then you mill a Frost Titan, and then you put it into play. I mean, we're gonna have to pick up some expensive bombs to reanimate, but I think Search is very good here. Ooh, Liliana of the Veil. That card is just made for Reanimator because it's a removal spell. It puts your Frost Titan in your graveyard, and then you can reanimate. Also, Noxious Gear would be incredibly good to get Wheel because I can reanimate it or hardcast it. And Polluted Delta would be very nice too, but hopefully either one with Wheel. So Liliana of the Veil is just made for this deck. And this is a great card. Very good card. And yeah, Forbid is fine. Aura Stronger will be playable too. But Glenrender Archmage, some decks just lose on the spot when you play Glenrender Archmage. If you play that card against a control deck that doesn't have a counter spell ready, they just almost always lose. And if you play against some combo decks, forget it. Alright, so there is nothing here. I don't think I'm going to play Dissipate. I will take Hallowed Fountain though, because if I end up with a Marsh Flats, then Marsh Flats with the Hallowed Fountain becomes a dual land. Or if I get maybe some random white card I want to splash. There is nothing else here. I'm at 19 playables, but this is cube. I should probably get something. Ooh, there's a good card to reanimate. Let's see, we have Planeswalker, Enchantment, but that's probably not going to graveyard. Creatures, we have Instant Sorcery. It's annoying that this pack has all the things I want. I want Charter Course, and I want Mere Battle Sword. Both of course are very good to reanimate. The thing about Emrakul I like is that you can hard cast it sometimes if the game go long. In fact, Fiction puts cards in my graveyard. I'm gonna take Emrakul. Maybe that's a mistake. There is the Marsh Flats, so now I could have some mana fixing if I wanted to. There's also Brainstorm, but I don't have enough shuffle effects. So I'm gonna take Marsh Flats because that is a dual land at this point. And it works good with Jace the Mind Sculptor too. Show and tell. Nah, that's not good enough. I like me a Fatal Push here. As I said, I wanted some cheap interaction. Ooh, Sundering Titan, that's incredible. Incredible reanimation targets. So that's gas. And Sleight of Hand is definitely playable. Nothing here. Let's take a Glory Bringer. Forbid. And it looks like I'm not wheeling anything here. Oh, that's not. That's fine, I have enough playables. Only 2 reanimation targets, but I guess Iseret is kind of a reanimation target. Tempest. That's too hard to cast. So I have 2 blue producing lands in my land pile right now. I have to account for that. Okay, so let's add some basic lands. And I think I can go down to 7/7. The reason is that 2 of my lands are already blue, Hallowed Fountain and Shelldock Isle. And I want to cast Liliana and Iseret on time, and most of my blue cards are mono blue. So, yeah, it seems good. Alright, on the play. As I like to be. This hand is close to being awesome. I need a blue source, then I can cycle or cast Sensor, and then I can discard a good reanimation target and exhume it. So I'm gonna keep. I have about 10 blue sources in my deck. Actually, yeah, 10 blue sources. 7 islands, Hallowed Fountain, Shelldock Isle, and Marsh Flats can get me Hallowed Fountain. So I'm hopefully gonna draw 1. In the meantime, I can cast Iseret. A little bit more of a grindy card, but Hissing Quagmire. Can't really tell much from that. And there is a land. Isn't life nice? Life is good. Let's see if I want to censor something here. Search for tomorrow. Okay, I can't do that. Ponder. I could punish my opponent here causing censor. My opponent did suspend search. Yeah, they should have cast ponder first. So I'm gonna punish my opponent for the play. It's also fine to just they mulligan to 6, so getting rid of a ponder. Good. I'm gonna cast Izzet, get some beatdowns going. Because I'm not even guaranteed to draw a good reanimation target of compulsory search. Another thing to consider is censoring ponder is better than censoring a creature, because when I cast Exhuma, I want my opponent's graveyard to be empty. Mimic Vat is scary though. Basically let them exile a card whenever anything dies, and then they can make a copy. I guess Liliana of the Veil is not the greatest combo with Exhume. But here we are. I could discard Exhume to Liliana next turn, but for now I'm going to discard a land. If they discard a big creature, I'm going to discard Exhume. Oh, they got rid of a forest. Okay. So this is annoying. Ooh, okay. Well, they're gonna destroy something, I assume, but probably Izzet. Then I can exhume it back. Maybe. No, they upticked it. Okay. Tasigur, I could cast that. It's interesting. So what I think I do is like start compulsive research here. I can still plus Liliana and cast Tasigur. Alright, so discard a land. I'm gonna plus this. Get rid of Exhume. I don't really need Exhume anymore. Cultivate. Okay, now I'm gonna cast Tasigur. And that's the turn. I don't want to attack Vraska because it dies, and then they can get it under the Mimic Vat. It's a little bit tricky. I may want to ultimate Liliana this game to make them choose between lands and Mimic Vat, and then if they keep the lands, they don't have Mimic Vat, and if they keep the Mimic Vat, they don't have lands to activate Mimic Vat. So I may want to choose a pile of Mimic Vat and Vraska, and then the rest lands. Also, I can't forget about the Hissing Quagmire, which could attack this turn, attack Liliana, and then what would I do? It's close. But either way. Also, Mimic Vat stops the persist of Gleaming Elendra because it's gonna get imprinted before that. Okay, so Tasigur is gone. And then they can make a copy and hit Liliana down to 1. No? Interesting. Okay, Sour was not great. So if I attack Vraska, they can make a copy, I guess. and there's trade, so that's not good. I think I have to plus Liliana here, and then maybe cast Glenlender Archmage. So what I'll do is cast Glenlender Archmage, then plus Liliana. I think ultimating it is how I win this game. Discard Sour, which I could maybe get back with Iseret and then pass the turn. Good thing is they can make a copy with Mimic Vat, but they can't make a double copy and attack me with both because it has to go to legendary. So and the cards go back to the graveyard, so that's nice. Which is very interesting. But yeah, if I can ultimate Liliana, which I probably won't, because either my opponent's going to use Vraska on it, but then they lose Vraska. But if I could get rid of my opponent's stuff. Okay, that's not going to work because it's legendary. So I don't think that's working. Very good. Yeah, he realized it. So that was one of the good things about that play. Yeah. What can you do? I mean, it's cube. You can't think of everything. But drew a land, so they can attack with both. And I'm tempted to block with Glenlender Archmage, even though they get it under the Mimic Vat. They may not be able to keep it. So yeah, I wonder if they should have attacked, maybe not like last turn because they couldn't protect Vraska. They could also activate Tasker, but that seems bad. I'm just going to give them a search for tomorrow. So this is a close game. That really helped that my opponent made a little bit of a mistake. Okay, so they got rid of that instead of Liliana. Interesting. So they're gonna attack Liliana with both then. No? Okay. Now it's too late. Or maybe they couldn't. I don't know how things work, but okay, I think I'm gonna block with both and then ultimate Liliana because I think that Mimic Vat is a huge problem. So if I only block one of them, the problem is that I can't ultimate Liliana, then they have a Mimic Vat going wild. So I'm obviously gonna block like this because I wanna, the token goes away anyway. So this way I get rid of the Hissing Quagmire and then I have an Animate Dead to get back with Lendra. And they can get, I guess they can get something underneath the Mimic Vat, but I'm still gonna have some target left. I think I'm gonna make them keep one land and Mimic Vat. I don't think they can keep a land and Mimic Vat. I don't want to give them 2 lands and Mimic Vat because that's too much. If they draw a land, I could be in trouble. And I want to get rid of one of their green sources. Ooh, Shellock Isle is very good. So now I'm gonna ultimate Liliana, and they can have either Mimic Vat and Forest, and that's it. I don't want to have them. I don't want to make them keep 2 lands and Mimic Vat. That's just too risky. But I guess if they draw 2 running lands, things could be. But then, yeah, I don't They kept wow. My opponent is a gambler. So I'm gonna play Shelldock, get some more information. Oh, Sunring Titan, okay. And order, and I'm gonna get something back. I guess it's just better to get Issaret, and then I can get back either creature next turn. I could also wait and get back Sour, but I can get back a creature anyway with Issaret, and if they draw a land, it's much better play to put some pressure. Much better play in that case. Hard for them to come back with only one land. I mean, that's why I was surprised they kept Mimic Vat. It seems like, how are they going to win? But, I mean, even if they draw running lands, they only have a Glen Elendra to get back. Alright. I have nothing against Mimic Vat. Except Forbid. But then I have to be on the play. So they were low on creatures. Maybe just Desecration Demon is good. Okay. They were meant to keep the other pile. I mean, Magic Online is confusing sometimes. And yeah. I think we're fine. Maybe on the play we can board in Forbid. Yeah, I mean, keeping a land and Mimic that seems like not great. Okay, Sen is fine. Yeah, nothing much to say about it. Even if Looter dies, we have a lot of other stuff, and these things also fill up my graveyard fantastically. We could get Thoughtsist here, or Inquisition, or the rest. Oh, Search for Tomorrow, okay. I'm gonna play a Swamp here. I don't think it matters, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Liliana is on 3 mana, so just as long as I have one Swamp in play on turn 2, I'm fine. It's gonna be a scary turn 4 with 4 mana. Oh, 5 mana. Alright, Sour of Temptation. Maybe we can see a Vraska here, that would be bad. Getting an island. 5 mana turn 3. If they have a land. 4 mana. Oh, that's good too, I guess. Oh, they had a land, okay. And cultivate. So I'm gonna have to choose whether to loot or attack Garruk. I think pressuring the loyalty could be a thing. Alright, Liliana of the Whale. Alright, since my hand's gonna maybe be under pressure from Liliana, I think I like Liliana. Make them discard. And attack Garruk, I think. Their overrun ability is very scary. Especially if they can make some beasts in between. So I think pressuring is better, but it's close. Uh-oh. This is a Titan. honest. That's not good, but we can Sour of Temptation that. And we're gonna lose Liliana, but if they have a removal spell. But... Okay, so we're gonna start by plussing here. Getting rid of a swamp. Even less information, and maybe get some information too. Get rid of a land. I'm gonna cast Sour because I'm gonna do that anyway. And then I'm gonna loot end of turn because my play is pretty forced this time. Oh, they have a removal spell, okay. Well, that's not good. I don't think I'm dead, but I'm looking bad, especially if they have a land. I have no sweepers. Okay. Alright, we're done here. We're gonna take Liliana and minus it forward. That was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. I think I may want Forbid. Seems like they have some 6 mana plays that could be good. I think Tasa is the weakest card in my deck. May also not want Master Waves then and bring in Sky Sovereign. Seems some good card to cast against my opponent's Planeswalkers. And I can maybe pick off creature. Have some ways to crew. Okay. Yep. Sleight of Hand's gonna have to find me a land. Then I can do some other stuff. Fatal Push can take out a Chandler Initiate. If I don't find lands with Sleight of Hand, I'm screwed. But I don't see a lot of cards. And this hand is promising. Let me just say that. Sensor is a cycler or a counterspell. I was hoping to draw a lander. Alright, I'm in trouble. I really don't want to counter something here, but hopefully it's like a Chandler Initiate that will be perfect. I can cycle and push. Alright. There's a land. So I can even get in double blue. Well, I can't, but I don't need it. So I think I'm gonna go with Issaret here. I don't really need to draw many cards because I already have everything I want. And this protects Jace if they play a creature. Draw cards later. Oh, I cast Glenelender, I have another blue up. I don't need to cast Glenelender next turn. Okay. Nothing. Okay, let's attack, and they didn't show me any counter spells, but they could easily have it. Therefore, I think it's better to cast Glenelender here. The reason is that if they counter this, I can get it back next turn with Issaret. Okay, they didn't have it. But if they have a counterspell for Jace, I can't get it back. Oh, that's good. Doomblade. So, oh, I have it all. Let's see, so we're gonna take Jace. If I can enable Revolt, somehow I can get rid of Oracle. Okay, Looter doesn't do much. So I think I'm gonna Start by casting Compulsive, leaving a black mana ready. Okay, now discard land. It's gonna be a swamp. Play a Howl, pay 2 life, and be ready to counter non-creature spells. But this Oracle I can't get rid of right now. No targets. So let's hope they don't find too many lands. Oh, there's one. That's annoying. They have a Doomblade in hand, which I would love for them to play, but that's not gonna happen, I don't think. Okay, so they play Walrus Stronghold. Probably have Rampaging Ballots here then. Yeah, we are in trouble. Fatal Push the Beast, because it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to Fatal Push Oracle. I'm gonna take 2. I have to Fatal Push the Beast here for tempo. I'm not gonna. That's a little late. So what I'm going to do is attack with Glenalembra. Don't think attacking with Issoret's going to do me a whole lot of good, because I don't think I can finish the game. Enough time. And pass. Cyclonic Rift. Well, at the very least, I can counter that. So if I had cast Jace, maybe I would have just won the game. It's hard to know. I was playing around a counter spell. It just didn't work out. So they have Doomblade and Channeler Initiate in hand. Don't think they have land because they would have just played them. They can't attack, I don't think. Maybe they want to grind it out with Walrus Stronghold. Okay, Fact or Fiction then. Mystic Snake. Okay, that's weird. Alright. Let's understand why that card is in your deck, but. So they have Channeler Doomblade. Okay, so if this is a land, I'm dead. But should attack too. Okay, so it's not a land. Missed an attack, that was bad. So they don't have lands. So I'm gonna attack here. Should I attack last turn? There will be a free life. I'm dead next turn. Okay, think. Should I play a land here? would help me cast Sundering Titan. The problem is the Sundering Titan doesn't really do much, does it? Maybe it's better to keep Forbid with buyback. I'm just gonna pass. Okay. So doesn't change. It does. Alright, land and Grave Titan. Counter that. Repeat that. I think I have to block here. Ooh, that was good. So. I have to target the Hissing Quagmire here. Though they still have mana for Grave Titan. I threw this game away. Yeah. Okay. Next like 12. Can't block anyway, so let's just attack and see what happens. Okay, Sour is good, so I have 6 mana scored. Forbid. So I have lethal next turn. What I could do is Sour of Temptation, the Oracle, then I can animate the Rampaging Bailos and hope it's a land on top. Doesn't really matter what creature I steal, as long as I'm able to block. So my opponent can it's better to Sour the Grave Titan and make dead the probably Sundering Titan to keep my opponent off. mana. I have to destroy my Hallowed Fountain, but that's fine. Done. And yeah, that was lucky. And I'll draw Mimic Bat, but that doesn't matter. As long as I don't block with Sour of Temptation, I should be fine. Okay, I don't think that matters. They have Mimic Bat and Chandler Initiate in their hand. Quiet was helping for a while. So I punted this game pretty hard, but it looks like I got bailed out by the shuffler. And there we go. Attack my opponent. That should be game. Yeah, played bad, but got bailed out. Alright, round number 2. Awesome hand. We got some super friends. Could also play Nightveil Spectre if my opponent does absolutely nothing. I mean, play no creatures, but we'll see. Opponent is on 6. Question is if I see sleight of hand and a very expensive card, I may just take the land. If I see a cheap spell and a land, we're gonna take the cheap spell. I'm gonna take Shelldock. That's a mother of all lands. Especially with Jace that can churn for my deck. So mono red. Oh well. Merfolk Looter. I wanna cast Shelldock or Looter. I think I'm gonna cast Looter. Loot away some cards just because if I get that going, then Shelldock is gonna be good later. Okay. Everything is good. I'm gonna cast Nightveil Spectre. I'm not gonna loot because I'm gonna play Nightveil almost no matter what, and this way I can be more flexible. But I wanna discard. Okay, Impulse. Okay, so we're not mono red then. We're some kind of blue red. Maybe twin. But City of Brass is an aggressive land to play. Maybe the blue red spells. Alright. I'm actually going to discard a land here because I may just hit a land of the Nightveil Spectre, and I don't want to discard Shelldock. I'm going to draw a land anyway. Just hit and see if I hit something sweet. If I hit lands, I can play it, but I can't play it if it's a non-blue land. I can play it next turn. If I hit some spell, I may want to cast it. I could be dead to pester my Splinter Twin. Okay, so I hit Distended Mindbender. I could emerge that this turn, and it's even cost, and it's 7. So if I just then I have to play an untapped land, which is fine. I think I'm gonna do that. It's even on cost, or even if they counter this, I'm gonna get their hand. I'm a little bit worried about Splinter Twin. Okay, so they're gonna counter that, but that's fine. I can still use the ability. I'm gonna get only one card, but that's fine. I'm gonna get Jace Archer of Tort, Liliana Vess, or the Scarab God. Well, I have Sour of Temptation against the Scarab God, and I'm not scared of Liliana Vess too much. I'm gonna take Jace. loot end of turn. Also, Liliana is decent against Scarab. Yes, they're gonna get it back, but it's a huge tempo. So. Okay, gonna get rid of Island. I'm greedy. Okay, here I'm gonna loot first because what? Okay. I'm gonna cast Liliana. +1. Do the compulsive. And yeah. So, and then I have Sheldon. For Emrakul the Promised End. Seems nice. No Emrakul the Eos Torn, but seems good. Okay, we'll have this. Right, I'm gonna get rid of Sour. And cause Marsh Flats. Get Hello Fountain. And either Jace or I can't Shellock right now, yeah, of course. Never mind. Play Jace, uptick Liliana, and then I can brainstorm. Okay, so they left Scarab God. Wow. Oh well. I'll keep Sensor at the ready. I'm not gonna loot. Actually, I may wanna loot, so they're not gonna get to ultimate this. Come on. So now there's a land on top, and I wanna loot that away. Okay. It's gonna have Vampiric Tutor, except they're not gonna lose any life. Go Bolas. Okay. Draw a card. Put that away, and then I'm gonna cycle Sensor, so I discard the land instead. So I get a fresh draw. Start by looting. Okay, Frost Titan is nice. Then I can do a lot. I mean, I'm gonna edict them with Liliana, I think. Maybe I want to. Yeah, so then sacrifice a creature. And then I'm going to draw 3. Put Iseret and Frost Titan on top. Play land. Cast under Archmage. And then cast Emrakul. And I can probably do some damage here. Bitter Blossom and Solemn. Okay, so let's see here. could make their next draw step bad, or I can get rid of a card. The thing is, none of their cards were good, so I would probably just -2 Liliana and make them get something bad. Okay, so they're on Grixis control. Scarab God, Liliana, Bitter Blossom. Maybe Sky Sovereign could be good. Pressure the Planeswalkers. Can't kill Nicol Bolas, unfortunately. I want Sky Sovereign. I think. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's good enough. I don't think it kills enough creatures for it to be good. Alright, this hand is great. I mean, Master Waves is not very good, but everything else is. Right. And Looter too. Question is, what do I do? I think I'm gonna hold on to Censor. I think it could be good later. I'll cast Looter though. And if it dies, maybe I can get it back to Isoret. It's another devotion for Master of Waves. Really bones. Okay, that's a good card way to come back. I think Looter, Core, and Isoret is a nice combo. And Looter is nice with Tasigur too. But I'm gonna get rid of that island. I think next turn if my opponent does nothing major, I may want to just hold up Censor. Thing is, counterspells are good later too. That's why I almost always don't feel any pressure to cast them early. It's a good card though. Get rid of a Swarm. Okay, and if that is interesting, let's just attack with both. Let's see what happens. Trade, that's interesting. Means I can animate that with Censor backup. Okay, I think Tasa is just not good enough here. It's cool, but so I don't want to transform Nicol Bolas because then they get it back. But it's nice to make them discard a card. Also, I can't transform because I don't have red now. Okay. If they have some bounce spell that costs less, it could be bad. But here I really want to have Censor ready because, yeah, because of this reason. Because of this reason. Oh, I hope they don't have a sweeper. Ooh, that costs a little bit much though. I want to just discard it, to be honest with you. Yeah, I guess Mirrorfort Looter is not great. Yeah, Mirrorfort Looter is a little bit slower. And I could see myself maybe casting Emrakul. Alright. Because Master of Waves, which creates 3 elementals. And they need a sweep. If they have a sweeper, then it's another enchantment in the graveyard. So then Emrakul costs 8. So maybe getting there. I think Mirrorfort Looter is too slow. So they need a sweeper, I think. I think they're gonna lose if they don't have a sweeper. Titan may be good enough too. Okay, I could maybe search up. They don't have spell mastery though, so it's gonna be hard for them to cast a sweeper this time. They need Dark Ritual, which they would have cast before, I think. Alright, so they didn't have anything. Fair enough. On to the finals. Alright, another very sweet hand. On the draw though this time, but Sensory is gonna be good, I think. Here I'm punished for my reason to include Hallowed Fountain. I'm gonna take 2 damage against a red deck, but the reason was that I wanted to have fetchable card. Okay, Jace better than all. I think I'm gonna be able to find a land somehow. Especially since Nightmare Spectre may get me an island. On blue-red deck. Of course, Nightwale Spectre may not survive, but that's another story. Okay. I think I'm gonna cycle Sensor now. So much things going on that I don't think I can waste the mana. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't tell for white. It's true. True. Just throwing this out. I mean, either it's gonna get countered or killed, but you gotta get rid of the removal spell somehow. And then I may be able to get it back with Issereth. Yeah, okay, draw 4, discard 2. That's acceptable. If I can draw blue source, I'm gonna play Jason +2. Again, you wanna be able to have a mana ready when you cast Glenlander Archmage. Otherwise, they may cost like. Whoa, they discarded Chandra and Talrand. So I guess Exhume got a little bit worse. Yeah. Here, I think it's best to invoke Mulgrifter. It's land, but not a blue source. I think this could be a brutal turn. Because they just discarded 2 insane cards. Oh, it was Chandra Fire of Kaladesh. It wasn't Chandra Torch of Defiance. Still though. Blue, okay. I think we have 5 mana ready. Alright. I could just pass and cause a Factor of Fiction, but at this point, cards is not really the problem. Wow, that resolved. Okay. Could have Sour of Temptation. Testament. I might be dead to Kiki-Jiki. Okay, it's not like I could have done anything anyway. Because Glenelendra doesn't counter Kiki-Jiki. Alright, they have Kiki-Jiki. Sadly, I didn't get the spells guide. Don't think there was anything I could have done. I mean, if I play Jace, that doesn't matter because I can wait to pester my end of turn. Definitely want Forbid. May even want Sky Sovereign. I think Issereth Tassa is bad. I think I like Master Ways because they are red, so it could be a very reliable threat. The question is, do I want Sky Sovereign? Doesn't, I mean, Pester comes down end of turn. It did show me Chandra Fire of Kaladesh and Tolerant Sky Summoner. So maybe, actually maybe Master of Waves is not the way to go. Maybe Issereth seems not good. Put in Sky Summoner. Issereth just gets burned for little value. And I think it's one of the weaker cards in my deck anyway. So I like this. Okay. It's close, but no, I don't think I can keep this. This is much better. Sad thing is that Sleight of Hand kind of gets a little bit hosed by the scry rule, but at this point, if I had a reanimation spell, I would keep the Summoning Titan. Test. I think it's a little bit too ambitious to keep Summoning Titan and then they just burn Looter and I'm stuck with an 8-drop in my hand. And also I don't even have a reanimation spell anyway, so I need two things to happen. They can't have a burn spell and I have to draw one of my 2 reanimation. That seems like a pipe dream. Probably gonna evoke Muldrift to turn 3 so I can cast Tasigur on turn 4. But also if Looter survives, then also now I have another incentive to evoke Muldrift if I want to hit my second blue source. I wish the window would stay in one place. It's annoying to move it all the time. Maybe they have Force Spike. That's fine. Actually, rather than Force Spike Looter than Jace or Muldrifter or Tasigur maybe. Because I probably wouldn't have played around Force Spike anyway. So it's fine. Shard, of course. Alright, it's good. It's like a card I almost took, but yeah, I'm 1 mana away from casting Tasigur, so just invoke Muldrift to draw 2 cards. Animate Dead, that's interesting. Well, as it turns out, Animate Dead and Muldrift is a pretty good combo. But Imperial Recruiter. Okay, I don't think it changes a lot. I mean, I'm very soft to the Splinter Twin combo here, but I can't do anything about it. Goblin Rabble Master, that's not so bad. So I can't cast Jace, but I can cast Animate Dead and Merfolk Looter. Let's start by doing that. Maybe draw blue source, ramp to Frost Titan. Oh, look, the window stayed. That's cool. This also blocks Imperial Recruiter or the Goblin token. Alright, draw Swamp, that's unfortunate. So they didn't get Deceiver Exarch or Pestermite, so that's very interesting. It probably means they don't have Kiki-Jiki in there. Or maybe Kiki-Jiki can get Imperial Recruiter, but yeah. So I can either cast Nightveil Spectre or Tasigur. But I can't cast both. I think it's better to cast Nightveil Spectre. I think Tasigur is too slow here. It just gets chump blocked. I can't activate the ability. And also pretty good against Goblin Rabble Master. I mean, both cards are, but Nightveil Spectre may hit an island too if I attack. And then I can cast Frost Titan or Jace. Probably Frost Titan. I think at this point I'd rather have a huge beater in play. Sour of Temptation. Alright, I really need a blue source now. Alright, guess Glenlander Archmage can double block the Nightveil Spectre. So that's better than Tasigur. Still 1 mana short. Opponent seems to have a very good blue-red twin deck. Imperial Recruiter can get Sour of Temptation too. So it's like looks like a nice toolbox. Yeah, I'm gonna a double block here. I mean, if they have a removal spell, the Glenrender at least persists, and this puts some cards in my graveyard too, so... I don't have an answer for... I mean, I can bounce it, but that's not a temporary answer. I could also bounce the Nightveil Spectre. It's fine. Siege Gang. There's the blue source. At this point, Jace, I think, is too slow. So, have to be a Frost Titan. Tap down a land. I don't think tapping down a creature is pretty relevant. I could tap down Sour and attack for 2. 1 mana short again to cast Tasigur. So they have 2 activations of Siege Gang if they want. Okay, so at least fills up their hand, but doesn't put more pressure at least. Could attack with Frost Titan, then they have to throw a bunch of creatures in front. If I tap one of them, they can still block with everything. I'm gonna start with Jace. Brainstorm. So put Sword and Search on top. Then play Hallowed Fountain. I'm not going to attack. I need to have blockers ready. I can Factor Fiction end of turn, keeping the Glenrender Archmage up if they play something insane. But yeah, attacking here, they just take 6 damage and then they attack me back with everything. Now they at least have to attack into the Frost Titan. But things are not looking good. I'm not even sure what I could draw here, because I didn't... If I had Massacre Worm, this would have been an incredibly good card. They're killing Jace. I think I'm fine with that. I mean, I can't do anything, but it means I have some more card draw. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's not the worst. And, cost Factor Fiction. Looks like they have a counter spell. Or maybe the Killing Glenrender Archmage. Well, there's some spicy cards. I'm not gonna get them all. Shelldock is active. Master Waves is right now creating a lot of blue 1/1s. I think this is the right split. Okay, they're gonna give me both Search and Master Waves. Wow, that can't be right. I was gonna say, if they have given me Search and Master Waves, that would have been a very easy decision. Right now, Master Waves, can't even see. This is annoying. So right now, Master Waves creates 5 elementals. The other cards are very good too. They are so good though. God. Because Shelldock may mean I'm gonna hit Emrakul, and Emrakul is a way I can come back. Emrakul would be the Stone Cold Nuts. This is very tough. So Master of Waves creates 5 elementals. Probably can't be killed. But how do I win? Maybe by casting Tasigur and activating it there. I think I'm gonna take Master of Waves. It really hurts me, but Ooh, and Sky Sovereign. Okay, so now I think attack with everything and tap down Sour. Okay, they're gonna kill that, which I could do in response to Master Waves. So, but what I don't understand is why they didn't block Frost Titan and then shoot my Glenlemmer. That seems like a mistake. I don't understand that, but okay. So I could play Sky Sovereign. Kill the Siege Gang. Yeah, that seems better. And then cast a Tasigur. Could exile some undesirables. I think Luteral Core and Merfolk Looter are too slow here. So we search for a Scant. This is a little bit better against the Sweeper, I think. Uh-oh, 8 mana. Ugin, alright. Good news is that if I can kill Ugin if they... Alright, so let's start by casting Compulsive. Okay, land. Cast Master Waves. Okay. Crew. And kill Ugin. Right. Sky Sovereign worked out. Ugin seems weird in a Splinter Twin deck. Seems like the curve is a little too spread out, but what do I know? Okay, that's annoying. Because it blocks my Master Waves. But maybe I can kill it with Sky Summon. Let's see. Emrakul would be nice. I think I'm just gonna go for it. There's not too many cards that kill it. They need like Terminate, Kolaghan's Command. But it's not even clear they are splashing black. So what could they have? Who knows? Pestermite, I guess. Okay, so let's hope they don't have Splinter Twin or Kiki-Jiki, because my Fatal Push is not revolted. So that would kill me. But I think they have it. I don't think there was too much I could have done. And it also would be pretty bad if they Splinter Twinned Keranos. I'm still in this game. Still in the game. Maybe. Come on, Emrakul. Emrakul is the main card to draw. Let's make sure I haven't exiled it. No. Okay, that wasn't bad either. Although this Keranos is a little bit scary. I'm definitely gonna forbid with buyback if they do some trick. So I'm killing Pestermite here, of course. am I? If I kill Muldrifter, they are on a 1-turn clock. But I would be dead to... I'm actually gonna kill the Muldrifter. I changed my mind. The reason is that they're dead next turn if I do this. Whereas if I kill the Pestimite, it's a little more safe, but then I may give them another turn. And with Forbid, with buyback, feeling okay. Okay, so they think they draw extra card. That's fine, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't even make Kharanos a creature. That's a... Okay, so let's see. I'm probably dealt damage by red instant or sorcery. Okay, I'm gonna counter that because it buys them an extra turn. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to give them an extra turn. But if I draw a creature with power 3 or more, I think I win because Master of Waves has protection from red, so if I kill the Pestimite, they only have 1 blocker. Exhume. Okay, so if I exhume, they get a flyer back like Muldrifter, where I get Glendlander Archmage. So that doesn't even do anything. How's that? I'm dead to a spell. If I... No, I'm not. Yes, I am. I don't think I can attack. Because if I attack, kill like the Pestimite, the Champ Block, then they lose Devotion. Okay, yeah, so I change my... I have to attack because it removes Devotion from my opponent. So I'm not going to cast Exhume. We're going to lose a lot of Devotion here. Okay, so kill that. Then they're down to 3 Devotion. And they're gonna be hard pressed to kill me. Don't think it's right to cast Exhume, even though I get creature back. They get to draw 2 cards. That's just not gonna be good enough. Lands, I have Remand. Tasman Image. Okay, it's gonna be Master of Waves. It's good enough though. Not sure, I don't think so. I don't think that's enough. Remand in hand. And I can just... Oh, this deals damage. What happened to my Elemental? Oh, they killed it. Of course they killed it. So now I have to... Oh, I see. Sensor. I'll cycle that. costs 8 mana, and I have 8 mana. They have Remand. So if I cast Exhume, I get something like creature back, but then they get either Pestermite, so that doesn't work. So I guess I cast Emrakul, and I think I might be able to kill them. This is gonna get remanded. Otherwise I just kill them. But I'm probably gonna be able to kill them. Can't crew. Incinerate. Okay. Fair enough. And they get Chandra's Phoenix back. And I don't think attacking is good. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so Keranos can deal 3 damage to my opponent. Then I can Chandra to himself. Cast Chandra's Phoenix. Yeah, and I win. Okay. Finally, I got to draw Emrakul. So it looks like my opponent is a little bit slower than I thought. They have Ugin in their deck too. Still don't think Tasa is very good. We have a lot of burn spells. Maybe Mirfolk Looter is too slow. I want Tasa, God of the Sea. Could be good in a grindy matchup. Whereas Mirfolk Looter just gets killed. Alright. A little slow, but Liliana Exhume is a potent combo. Opponent showed me Force Spike and Dismiss and Cryptic Command. I'm not gonna cast Marsh Flats because I don't want to thin my deck. I only have 3 lands. Still don't think I want to thin my deck. I think drawing a 5th land is okay. So hopefully they go like Chandra here and I can use Liliana and minus. That would be cool. That's a little worse, but still it's gonna be... and if they want to kill Liliana with damage, they can't get Chandra's Phoenix back. So now... it's not really a 2-for-1 because they're gonna probably get Chandra's Phoenix back, but... don't have a better play. At least this takes some of the heat off me. And if they burn Liliana, they're not gonna get Chandra back. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, I'm just gonna go for it because next turn I have Sky Sovereign. Don't think this resolved. Oh, it did. I'm gonna +2 on myself because play around Incinerate. Forbid. No, that's a good card. Hopefully this isn't Siege Gang. No, it's nothing. Okay, let's start by brainstorming. I think Exhume is bad here, so probably gonna put back Exhume. And I think Tassa is not great either. Play a land, and I guess Sleight of Hand to dig through my deck. And Fasa is still better than anything else. And pass the turn. Don't want to tap out. Nothing again. Interesting. Okay, let's start brainstorming. Sundering Titan and Swamp. Okay, Blacksmith. The island and a swamp. Play an island, and I think I can play Tasa here. And if they dismiss this, I'm not gonna bother. I don't care. I'm up so many cards, and I want to save for bid for something more important. Like this. I don't want to buy back it because they could have like a 4 spike and that would be a complete disaster. Okay. They did not. Ooh, Emrakul. That only costs 7 right now. That's cool. Impulsive and Skyxar. Cost Emrakul for 7. That's nice. Enchantment, instant sorcery, planeswalker land. Okay. So if I play Ugin, what could I do with it? I could minus 7 it, which would kill Jace, but would also mean that Ugin dies. If I don't, they're just gonna cast Ugin anyway. So I think like this means that Ugin is dead for sure. Then I can minus 7. Yeah, I mean, I could have let them do it, but then they get to keep Ugin, and I have to either attack Ugin or let them have it. And that could be bad. I don't need Jace anymore. Alright, thank you for watching and subscribe if you want to get more content.